I want to share a really cool recipe with you. I'm actually going to turn the barbecue into an oven. Nobody wants to turn the oven on in the summertime. It's way too hot, right? And this is going to be a great rib roast that we cook long, nice, slow temperature. But you have to start with the marinade. So I've got onions. We're just going to chop up basic onions, simple. Obviously I've taken the peel off. And if you like garlic, add a little bit more in. Remember, we are marinating a large roast here. You can go strong on those flavors because if you don't put enough, it's not going to be strong enough. You need to overpower it, okay? So be bold with the flavors. You've got a really big chunky piece of meat that's got a lot of flavor, but it's pretty tough. So if you're using an apple cider or using some kind of a vinegar or even wine in there, it's going to actually start to break down those fibers and make it a lot more tender. Just put it in your fridge, leave it for 48 hours. If you're in a rush, you can probably get away with 24, but remember, the longer you leave it, the bigger and bolder those flavors are going to be. But after 48 hours, it's ready for the barbecue. I'm using charcoal, but if you don't have a charcoal attachment, you can just turn your N2 burners on. But what that does is it turns your barbecue into an oven. The heat regulates around, but your roast is sitting over here, not on direct heat, just taking the warmth of the barbecue. And if you want to add flavor to that, you can bring in some beautiful, I got rosemary, a little bit of thyme in here. Look at this, this is just so great. After 4 hours, I think our roast should be ready to go. And as you can see, it's looking really beautiful. It's got a nice glaze on it. This is more like a medium rare. If you want to leave it a little bit longer, you can. I mean, remember, it's all about preference and taste. That is so worth the wait, and it's so tender. Mmm.
Okay, so what's very cool is that you have to be somewhat committed to do this because you marinated that roast for
You can do it in a day,
long?
but 2 days is better. Yeah.
2 days,
Yep.
and then you put it on your barbecue, which you basically turned into an oven. If you want the recipe, it's on cityline.ca, just so you know. But I'm interested in this whole idea of using your barbecue in that capacity.
Slow and low.
Slow and low.
Yeah.
How long on the grill for?
That was on there for just over 4 hours.
Just over 4 hours.
250 degrees.
I had it, about 280, 300, because it was charcoal, no gas, it would kind of fluctuate a little bit, but
yeah. I want to know what the big difference would be in taste.
Yeah.
Like, can you infuse it with more if you've got it on the barbecue? Because you have one side on heat, one side no heat, so it's not on direct heat.
I always think if it's in your oven in the house, and you're cooking it slow and low, you're letting the natural flavors of that meat develop. So if there's fat in there, it's melting, but there's no added flavor. You're just whatever rubs you put on there. If you go onto a barbecue, now you're adding the char of the barbecue, the smoke of the barbecue.
Right.
That you're adding more flavor while you're cooking that.
Oh, I love that. Do any of you guys do that?
I use my barbecue as an oven all the time.
Okay.
Especially in the summertime, instead of turning on the oven in the house, you can actually do everything on the barbecue.
And it's much easier to clean.
If you calibrate the fire accordingly, you can actually use it as a barbecue, especially with cast iron pans and skillets and so on.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you can definitely do anything you want on the barbecue.
Better on a really hot day. It doesn't heat the whole house up too. To have your oven
outside.
going and
One day we will feel that, and it'll be a hot enough day that we don't want to cook inside. One day that's going to happen. So does anybody anywhere ever barbecue high heat quickly? Is there anything you would do?
asparagus.
58 seconds.
Yeah. Asparagus.
58 seconds. That's it.
Fish, trout, maybe.
All
But
right.
not, maybe you want to do a slow and low on a whole piece of salmon or something like that, but a smaller piece of trout just on and off.
Very nice.
And lean cuts of meat, if you've even got steaks that don't have that marbling or whatever, you want to just char it up and get, but keep it rare on the inside.
Yes.
That's fast.
Okay, really good. Oh man, did I learn a lot today? I will take that information back to my husband so he can get to work.